let's just jump right into it. So I have tried this YouTube creator journey more than once. And yes, you guessed it, I've gotten burnt out each time. So what I want to talk about in today's video is 5 different ways, plus a bonus, to avoid creator burnout. And I got to say this with a disclaimer because this iteration of my YouTube journey is new. This is the 3rd video I'm making, and this is the 1st week I'm doing this. So these are things that I have decided to focus on instead of getting wrapped up in what I usually get wrapped up in, which is perfectionism, overthinking, and then getting directly into burnout. So let's start with number 1. The number 1 thing I'm going to do to avoid burnout in this iteration of my personal brand and YouTube creator journey is I'm going to make it so easy to post videos that it's going to be hard, or I'm going to make it challenging for myself to not do it. Meaning I'm going to make it so easy for me to film, so easy for me to post, so easy for me to edit or not edit, that I will, instead of saying, well, I'm too tired to post, I want to be thinking the thought like, oh, but it's so easy. I could just jump on my phone and I can just post. So that's number 1. I'm going to make it so easy that I won't not do it. Number 2 is I'm going to choose, or I have chosen already, a really doable goal. And this is in opposition to making a goal that's so lofty that I get exhausted just thinking about everything that I need to do to hit my goal. So, for instance, a doable goal is doing videos 3 times a week, right? Instead of doing videos every single day for a month. I've given myself that challenge here on YouTube before, and no, I did not complete the month. I made it through, I think 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, but I got burnt out because I was doing the most, right? I was being super extra. I was trying to over edit, even though I knew I was really slow and very new at editing. I was like putting way too much pressure on myself. So doing 3 videos a week in the way that I'm going to be doing these videos is going to be really, really doable. And we'll get into that more towards the end of this video, what I mean by doing videos in a doable way. Okay, so the 3rd one that I'm going to do is I'm going to make a habit of posting, and I'm not going to shoot for a target or like shoot for a result. So I'm going to focus on the inputs that I do here on the channel, meaning focus on making it a habit to create a video like 3 times a week and get them posted. So habitually I want to be doing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, or it could be any of the other days during the week. Just make sure that I get 3 videos up in a week and like make it become part of my routine, part of what I do just like in my normal day. And what I mean by create the habit and not like go for a target is like, for instance, get a certain number of subscribers. Like that would be a target that could totally burn me out. Get monetized in X amount of time, right? Like that sort of target could totally burn me out too. If I'm just creating a habit of a steady pace of creating and posting videos, then I know, knowing myself, that I'm going to be able to do this as long as the habit is built, right? Habits are easy to follow once they're built. It's building the habit that's the hard thing, but the worthy thing. Okay. Number 4 is I'm going to continue to stay interested in what I'm posting. So what I mean by this is, in the past, the way that I've gotten burnt out is getting super obsessed with the algorithm and what the algorithm wants, and like, how can I make amazing videos, or like, how can I compete with people who've been doing this for like 10 years. When I look at their video editing style, all of the B-roll that they include, all of the fancy like cut tos and cut away froms and different camera angle, all of that stuff is amazing. And I am inspired and also intimidated by all of it right now in this part of my YouTube journey. So I am going to just make sure, and this is for those of you who have ADHD as well, like I just got to make sure that I'm interested in what I'm talking about. Otherwise, if I'm just making videos to please the algorithm, then eventually like it will become robotic for me, and I'm not going to want to continue on this journey, and I'm not going to want to continue on this like new endeavor. So I know that heading towards burnout is my norm because of my like hyperfixation on understanding strategy and the algorithms. So this is what I mean by stay interested. I am going to tap into my intuition, right? I'm going to tap into my interests. I'm going to think about like what I really want to be in conversation with you about. And that's what I'm going to make videos on, right? Like it's going to be really tempting, and I'm not saying here that I'm not going to use it, but I could totally have ChatGPT make me scripts all day, every day. But sometimes like what ChatGPT recommends isn't like something that I feel connected to, right? Like I wrote this list of ways to avoid burnout myself. I didn't research it anywhere. It's not backed by any sort of studies, or it wasn't spit out to me by AI as a suggestion for what I should say in this video. I really had to sit and think about like, what am I going to do for myself to avoid burnout in this iteration of my personal brand and creator journey. Okay, so this is technically the last one, but like I said, I have a bonus as well. So I'll talk about the bonus after, but I am going to focus on building the skill of just doing the thing. I'm looking at my notes if you can't tell. I'm going to focus on building the skill of just doing the thing instead of trying to do it right or trying to do it perfectly. So here's my downfall. This is my major weakness. Like I am a perfectionist. I'm an overthinker, and I want to do things right. This I know super slows me down and stops me from doing a lot, right? It's a hurdle that I know I myself need to overcome. So I believe that it is a skill to be able to be someone who just does the thing that they're intending to do, just takes action, lets the action be messy, lets the action be imperfect, focuses more on inputs than on outputs. So this is a skill that I deeply want to hone. And through this journey, this is what I intend to focus on, building that skill, not making like Mr. Beast YouTube videos because I don't have the team, I don't have the budget, I don't have the time, I don't have the brain space. And these are not excuses. This is just me being completely self-aware and honest with myself. And that gets to be okay. I am 41 years old. I am not 25. I do not have millions of dollars to hire a team to run these crazy ass challenges. So I know that what I can do within my capacity is learn new skills, stay interested in things, like make it so that the challenges that I'm facing are building up skills and abilities that I want to just have in my normal life, right? So part of this, right, working on building the skill of just doing the thing, I'm doing it right now. I'm actually I'm filming this video on my iPhone. I do not plan on editing anything except for the very first part of the video where I'm taking a breath before I start talking, and the very end where I have to cut the video off. And that's gonna be my edit on this video. Filming on my iPhone, I'm filming with just like a simple light. I'm gonna try and actually post it from my phone. To be completely transparent, I have not posted a YouTube video from my phone yet, so I'm going to be learning to do that like right after I film. So this is part of that skill that I'm trying to build, is just letting this video be imperfect. It's not going to have any B-roll in it. It's not going to have any fancy edits at all. So I'm making it so easy for myself because I want to show myself that I can do it. And so this video is not just for you to potentially take away like tips on how you could avoid burnout, but it's also for me because I'm showing myself that yes, I can do this imperfectly. I can do this where I'm not like glammed up and ready, camera ready necessarily, right? I'm doing this to show myself that I can do it. Okay. And so the last way that I thought of avoiding burnout as I'm on this journey is to focus also on keeping balance in my life. So another thing that I can get super obsessed with is work. I know this from the career I had as a makeup artist. I know this from the career I had as a coach. And now that I have a job, right, where it's like basically a 9-to-5 job and I don't need to take my work home with me. It's different than running your own business. I am also running my own business and I'm doing this project, right, for me, for my business as well. Like, it is so easy for me to become a workaholic and I don't want to go down that path. I know that for sure. And so by building balance into my life, what I'm saying is like, I want to make sure I'm doing a fun activity on the weekends. I want to make sure I'm still attending dance classes. I just bought some roller skates. I plan on taking like roller dance classes. I just want to make sure that I'm keeping my life fun and I'm doing like a 50-50 or I'm shooting for a 50-50. So if I'm working really hard, I want to play really hard. I want to rest really hard. I want to focus on letting there be balance and not just, running full force after a goal that I want to hit. So let me wrap this up for all of us. Those 5 ways of avoiding burnout plus a bonus are making it so easy that I don't not do it, creating a doable goal, creating a habit, not going after a target, staying interested in what I'm talking about and not getting wrapped up in the algorithms, working on building the skill of just doing the thing instead of trying to do it right or do it perfect, and keeping in mind and focusing on keeping balance in my life. So these are my 5 ways that I'm going to go forth in this journey of building my personal brand on YouTube. I want to hear if you have any tips, if you have any advice or any practices that you do to avoid burnout in your personal brand, in your creator journey. Because in all honesty, I will take all of the tips and all of the advice, because something that I have done way too often in this part of my career and this part of my business entrepreneurship journey is burnout. So I'm not trying to burn out. If I do burn out, I will give myself rest. I'm not trying to like push through it anymore. That is no longer part of the agenda. And so let's all do this together. I want to hear what it is that you're doing to avoid burnout. Let's compile a list here underneath this video. That would be amazing to have just that resource of like ways to potentially evade burnout. So good luck on your personal brand and creator journey. I wish you all of the energy, all of the play, and all the rest that you need to move forth in this journey without burning out. And I can't wait to hear from you and to report back to you next week 2 of this journey. And you can count on me to definitely show up by Tuesday.